The Eastdale Major Softball All-Stars made national headlines earlier this month when they won the Little League Softball World Series in Portland, Oregon. Well, Eastdale won the series with a score of 16-1. What a win in the final game against Florida. And this is the first Little League title for New Mexico in 28 years. The 11 players have since returned to Albuquerque and their respective middle schools, and we will be meeting them all in a few minutes. But first, let's meet Team Manager Reno Sanchez and Team Mom Laurie McAlister. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
A lot of pride, right?
Oh,
Absolutely. I can see you beaming. It's so great. I don't blame you. Let's talk a little bit about this extraordinary group of girls. Tell me a little bit about them.
Okay, first of all, they're very talented softball players.
Yeah.
They're also very good girls. They won a couple sportsmanship trophies along the way, and they're smart. They get things the first time. They work hard. They also are good friends. They get along real well, but they get after each other. If someone's not hustling or someone's not doing something right, they're not afraid to say, hey, do this or do that. So
a little tough love.
Yeah.
And that's what real friends are for the tough love and to inspire and push and motivate each other. But when you have all these girls and you want them to be great team players, literally, how do you pull a team together? How do you do it?
Well, this team started a little over 2 years ago when we won the minor division state tournament. And we set a goal that we would try to get to the Little League World Series in 2 years. And so in order for the girls to get on TV, they have to be on, they got to make it to the World Series, they got to make it to the semifinals.
Okay, good motivation.
Yeah, and so we coined the phrase ESPN 2012. And all the girls worked towards that. If the girls weren't hustling or something, the coaches said, hey, ESPN 2012, and they snapped back at it. So it was really a good, it was our vision, and the girls worked towards it. And
you got to keep your eye on the prize, right?
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of discipline involved, obviously. So I'm curious what the training regimen is like.
Oh, during the All-Star season, we start off with 2-a-days.
Okay.
And it's for two reasons. One, we got to get a lot of stuff in, so we need a lot of time with the girls, but we also want to set their mental state.
Smart.
So we start, we practice from 6 to 8 in the morning, and then we practice from 6 to 8:30 at night.
Wow.
We do this for approximately 2 weeks, and then we go to once a day, usually 6 to 8:30 at night, and usually if we practice on Saturday, it's 4 hours.
Wow.
A lot of times we'll give them Sunday off.
And you really need a good support system at home. And so I want to ask Laurie about your role as the team mom, because you have to be the parent for all the girls.
You do, yes, you do. But there was a great support system behind me with the parents. So a lot goes on behind what the coaches do to organize everyone and to get them all moving in in-sync motion, which is 11 of them. That's like herding little cats at times, but they did great. We did a lot of things. The biggest challenge for us was in regionals and at the World Series in Portland, keeping everyone going, keeping everyone fed, keeping all the planning that we had done a couple months before all that actually happened.
So just tell me one thing, you're not like the dance moms, right?
No.
Okay, good.
No. Never.
That's just a whole other ballpark. No, I think it's wonderful what you do, and you make a good name for the moms out there who are the behind the scenes
and all the parents, anytime I asked, they were all there helping out. So it was a huge, big family.
It's family, literally.
Team effort.
Yeah, and the team actually became the Southwest Region champs, and then, as we said, they also won the World Series champions. That's huge. So how did the season play out in general? How did it all come together?
Well, there was several things. It began with planning, the beginning of the planning of district, which was June 15th when this all-star team was selected.
Wow.
And we are still going with planning everything that's come from winning district to state to regionals in Waco to Portland at the World Series to all of this that's happened since they've gotten home.
That's great.
It's been a wonderful, overwhelming, but we're very grateful to everyone in New Mexico and Albuquerque.
They deserve a parade. I mean, 28 years it took for this to happen? I think we need to make that happen. Now, the next question, obviously, logically, we're wondering, where do they go from here? Because they've reached, the best possible pinnacle of their career so far at this stage. So what's next?
The goal is to keep them together, achieving higher and higher goals.
Defend the championship?
Yeah, well, this championship and possibly other championships.
Nice.
So there's different organizations that sponsor tournaments and national championships. So the goal is to keep them together and keep improving, and then they can make an impact in their high school and college teams later.
Wonderful. And the one thing we really didn't touch on, which I think is fair to mention, is the fact that this has actually been an expensive journey for the families.
Absolutely.
And so in an effort to defray some of the costs, an account has actually been set up at Wells Fargo. So let's tell our viewers about the details on that.
Well, the counts, anyone can walk into any Wells Fargo here in Albuquerque and make a donation. You do need to ask for Albuquerque Stingers. We did not set up a separate tax ID for this very short period of time of the Eastdale team. But underneath that is Eastdale donations.
Okay.
If you have a problem, our last account number, the last 4 digits of the account number is 3122. So it's Albuquerque Stingers, Wells Fargo, Eastdale donations.
Yeah, and you know what, I think it's a great thing to support young people who are looking to make a difference and to really just to show a great example and set a great example for all other young teenagers out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We
Thank
appreciate
you for
that.
well, we appreciate what you did. Thank you both so much for sharing the story, and you don't want to go away because after the break we'll actually meet the Eastdale Major Softball All-Stars. They're all here. Don't go away. Well, we are back with the Eastdale Major Softball All-Stars. What up, girls? And they have just returned from Portland, Oregon, which we just talked about, where they won the Little League Softball World Series. And this is the first Little League title for New Mexico in 28 years. I say a round of applause right there on that one. Give yourselves a little one. I mean, that's a big deal, right? In 28 years, that's huge. So I want to do this real quickly. I'm going to introduce everyone, and so I'm just going to say all your names, and then we'll go into a couple questions. But from Desert Ridge Middle School, we have, is it Raquel Hathut? Is it Rachel? Rachel Hathut, Andrea Howard, Taylor Jones, Jessica McAlister, Catherine Sanchez, and Ariana Struck. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. Also from Madison Middle School, Desiree Madrid, Bailey Martinez, and Victoria Reyes. Hello, hello, hello. And it's Reyes, isn't it? Yeah. I said it wrong. And from Eisenhower, Lydia Schmutz and Shannon Stein. Thank you all so much for being here. Sorry, a lot of names and not a lot of sleep. My fault. Sorry about that. Now, you girls are superstars, so I want to know, how are you dealing with the sudden fame? Who wants to tell me? Okay, you tell me how you're dealing with the sudden fame. Pass the mic over.
I think that we're handling it pretty well. It's just kind of a big shock to all of us. We didn't really realize how big of an accomplishment this would be, so it's really great.
It's a huge accomplishment. And by the way, you're all very pretty. I'm looking at all of you going, gosh, they're gorgeous girls too. So I want to know, what has been the best part of this experience besides the winning, obviously? Who wants to tell me that?
I think it was just to be so close with all of our best friends, and just to hang out with them and be with them every single day.
You kind of remind me of how it sounded when we listened to the Olympics, the Olympic winners, you know, the gymnastics girls. They were saying, you know, to go through these kind of things together as a team and be with your best friends for these moments that you'll never forget only makes it that much sweeter. So I have to also ask you the downside of it. What was the hardest part?
The hardest part was definitely waking up at 5 a.m., having 6 a.m. practices, and then going 6 to 8, and then coming back at 5:30 to have another practice. It's definitely the hardest part.
I sympathize with you on the waking up at 5 a.m., my friend. Now, the teams from the Little League Softball World, really, from the World Series, they actually did something really special, and I'm so excited to share this with our viewers. You're right up my alley on this one. They made a video. Let's take a look.
Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number.
So cute. Did you have a good time doing that? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's like you get to do so many different things when you have all this time together, and that's what makes it extra special. You can even kind of just be silly, you know, girls sometimes, which we all love to do at every age, by the way. And the team received a warm welcome when they returned home by getting honored at an Albuquerque Isotopes game. What was that like for you guys? What was it like? Who wants to tell me?
It was just amazing. It was because I thought that there wasn't going to be that many people, and then when they all started clapping, it was just amazing.
And you can see the video right now on the screen. This was the moment. So was anybody nervous? Were you nervous?
I was really nervous.
You were? It's like, oh, no pressure, just a little spotlight right there. But it's fun to be in the spotlight, right? It's fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you're being honored for something. So what happened once you guys got on the field? What did they do? Did they all just applaud and go crazy?
Yeah, they announced us and everything, so it was cool.
That's awesome. And another really cool honor is that Governor Susana Martinez actually invited you to dinner. That's huge. So did anybody go to the governor's mansion? Did you all go? Yeah. What was it like? Tell me.
It was a really good experience, and she gave us a proclamation for August 22nd,
Oh my
2012.
gosh. What did that feel like? That had to be such an honor for you guys. I'm highly impressed, but I have to ask the big question. What was for dinner? What'd you eat? You want to tell me? Okay.
We had croissant sandwiches with like turkey and ham and cheese, and we had fruit and this fruit punch that was really good.
I love it. So, okay, so you got fed well, you got honored, and not only that, not only the governor, but Mayor R.J. Berry, who we love over here, he honors you with that special proclamation that you mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit more about it, about the proclamation?
It was just, he declared August 16th as Eastdale Little League World Series Champions Day, so it was an honor.
Oh my gosh, it kind of reminds me, you know, on American Idol when the finalists get to go and they get their day named after them. So now you guys are like our own New Mexico idols. I love that. And the team will serve as grand marshals in the state fair parade. I mentioned you deserve a parade, so can somebody tell me a little bit about that? About the parade? You guys know about it yet? Or is this like new information?
Definitely new.
Definitely new information, but good information, a good surprise. And the team has also won the Sportsmanship Award 2 years in a row. My goodness, you guys are like nonstop. So I have to know, there's a lot of people watching right now, and they're probably thinking, wow, they really set a good example for New Mexico, for girls, for teenagers. What does sportsmanship really mean to you? Somebody want to tell me? Yeah. Okay.
Well, it means a lot to have a good attitude when you're playing sports and to show respect to the players and coaches, both like on and off the fields and both teams really, and to show respect also to the umps because they do a lot too, like no matter what the situation be.
That's a great answer. You really, it's like when we talk about everything, you never want to forget all the people involved. That's what makes a team. It's not just the people you see on the field, but it's all the other people that are behind the scenes too making it happen, like we just talked about with Team Mom. And so I want to know how you stay in shape once you're on the off season and you're not doing all of this training all the time. How do you stay in shape?
We do winter workouts, and
What's that?
we all play like other sports. We just work out in the winter pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the other sports you play?
A lot of people play volleyball and basketball.
Nice. Good for you. You guys are really well-rounded, I have to say. So do you all continue to plan on playing softball once you get to high school and then maybe even college? Is that something you all want?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be playing when we get older because it's pretty much our lives, and we've been going at it since we were little.
Well, yeah, don't stop now, right? Okay, call out favorite teams, favorite baseball teams for World Series. What are you guys thinking? Call them out, call them out. Rockies?
Yes.
Rockies, Rangers, Cubs. Anybody a Yankee fan?
Oh, right here.
Okay, good. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Saved my day. Now, coming up next on New Mexico Style, we don't want you to go away because we have so much fun for you. Our first ambush makeover. You guys, thank you so much. It's been a blast. Good job.